Hello, this is Michael Clifton. I'm part of the Addis Ababa River City project at Tulane School of Architecture. This project is titled Flooding as a Catalyst for Resilient Neighborhoods. In Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, rainfall is expected to increase 35 to 50% yearly by 2050, and 30,000 residents across the city currently live in flood vulnerable areas. As much as 80% of residents live in informally built settlements with poor construction methods, and 10% of residents live within the riparian buffer. Addis Ababa is threatened by climate change and will see increases in annual rainfall exponentially. There are 4 different flooding types: river or fluvial, surface water or pluvial, flash floods, and groundwater floods. The second layer of flooding causes in Addis are attributed to housing vulnerability, poor waste management and sewerage systems, and loss of green space. The site is situated within the southern meander of the Upper Cabana River. It is surrounded by the French Embassy, the private French park, a racing ground, hospital, and peacekeeping training centers. The existing Peacock Park in Addis was studied for relevant sizes of urban farming parcels. In this case, a range of roughly 300 to 600 square meters is used. By creating terrace topography, flooding in the proposed condition will be much more controlled in reference to which spaces water will be able to inhabit without the system's help. In this case, flooding should be encouraged to allow for the system to work its course. As a schematic diagram, this portrays the places where water enters and exits the systems with O's for entrance and X's for exits. The path of water through channels is signified in colors relative to the uses of parcels nearest to them. Runoff water from the urban area south of the site is also drawn with deposits that deal with solid waste and chemical cleaning before entering the system. The project needs to be introduced in phases as it will slowly relocate people. This is the existing highly dense condition of informal settlements on the site. In the first phase of construction, the band closest to the river should be developed along with multiple routes of connectivity across the river. In phase 2, the larger parts of the meander can be filled in with more housing units to accommodate the majority of relocated residents. In phase 3, the smaller wings branching towards the top and bottom of the river will be developed to add more amenities at the top and to complete the improved path of travel through the site from northwest to southeast. In the master plan, the 3 different types of parcels are signified with blue for retention, teal for cleaning, and light green for reuse. The French park above and hospital area below are signified in light green as well to be points of interest for horizontal connectivity through the site and over the river. Gray signifies the new sustainable housing units along the border between the open site and the highly dense urban area beneath. Section A cuts through both the small and large meanders and exhibits the system's layout through both points. Section B shows the transversal section from the urban area to the steeper topography on the other side of the river. Locations of the solid waste deposits and the bridges across the river are seen here as well. The study area plan zooms in to highlight the uses of different spaces, whether it be parcels for retainment, cleaning, urban farming, or recreational areas for sports and relaxation. The ground floor of the housing units is shown as well as being able to hold smaller shops to help increase attraction to the site and therefore greater opportunities for the residents. In the local scale section, the system is shown from the endpoint at the higher point of the river all the way through to the lower output on the right side of the page. The different processes water will flow through are also shown in greater detail, being storage in the blue retainment parcels, biosoils with natural vegetation in the teal cleaning space and public space versus urban agriculture in the light green reuse parcels. In the axonometric, the gradient from blue retainment spaces all the way to the light green reuse spaces can be seen. Along with this is the smaller moments within the site, including sports fields, pavilions for public amenities, calming spaces for relaxation, and bridges for connectivity. The scale of the housing buildings can also be perceived along with their facade conditions. This is a view from the river looking into the site, highlighting the process of farming and recreational activities. The second perspective shows kids playing in open space near the reuse areas, the open terrace on each floor of the buildings, and the ramp in the background for pedestrian connectivity across the river. The final perspective is a view from the top floor of a housing unit looking into the site with all the respective processes shown throughout. To reiterate, the project proposes to use floodwater as a catalyst for the regeneration of green and blue neighborhoods through methods of retainment, cleaning, and reuse. We would be more than glad to develop this proposal further if we are selected. Thank you very much.